Okay, so why Visions of Love? Why this topic? Why is it actually really worth putting so much time into? Look, love is the most compelling message. It's the most compelling idea that we have. And we know that in God sending his son, Jesus, to come and to live out that life of sacrifice and to die for us, his love is intertwined in this whole story, throughout the whole message. And then, Jesus says, look, as the Father sent me, so I send you. And we have this incredible mandate from the heart of God to become like him, to be Jesus in the earth. And so this is us learning, what does it really mean to carry that, the foundation of God's heartbeat in all we do? What does that look like expressed in all these incredible diverse ways that we can live out and realise? And so what we're saying here is that, look, not just for one or two to become really caught up in this love, but for a whole company of people to become these radical lovers, crazy lovers about God and crazy lovers for each other and for the whole of the earth, And so we can see incredible, powerful communities come together. We can see a sense of family in which people feel included, and where we go to the fullest lengths to communicate God's heart. And so there is so much potential, right? The potential that Jesus has opened up to us through laying down his life, through making us one with him. I mean, we can even see the same love and unity of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit exist amongst a bunch of earthly people. And that's something Jesus talked about explicitly when he was here. And so, here we are, God's friends, who are becoming like him, who are revealing his character and taking his message out to the earth. And so becoming love is one of the most foundational things that we can do. This is really important. And so taking the time to explore, what does love look like? What does it really mean to love people? How can we overcome the barriers that we face and that have stopped us being closer before? How can we communicate when everything else fails that God really does love people? These are the kind of questions that we're dealing with, and sure, we delve into some other things like, grace versus law, and we look at, can we live from the heart? We look at how the new covenant is an expression that should be natural from who we are, because he's making us like Christ, and so naturally we're going to become these loving people who just live that out because we know him, And, there are a lot of questions, a lot of open questions. God has taught me a whole bunch of principles, and really I've been wrestling with friends and whatever to work out what does it mean to have the most fruitful and the most right relationships we can. How can we actually communicate really, really well so people properly understand this? These are really practical things, but there was just a season of learning all this stuff and pulling it together in a concise way, and so out of that came a book. I just want to invite you all to, whether you read my book or not, just hearing this message, get to grips with what does it really mean to love. Search the scriptures, talk to your friends. This issue is one of the most important issues we could ever look at in our lives, and so I felt this imperative to lay out a blueprint, to put a stake in the ground, just to say, look, this is what it's all about. This principle should be at the heart of everything we're doing. And if we lose sight of it, then we've lost the way. So, we want to become the most loving people we can and release the biggest amount of transformation and impact on this earth while we're here. So that's what it's all about. So, Visions of Love, here we go. Yeah, thanks for listening.